Hey everyone, welcome back to Andy Talks Too Much, sound only version. Yeah, turns out that if you have an east facing window and you try to record videos in the early morning, it kind of makes everything look terrible. So yeah, sound only this time. Anyway, for this video we'll be talking about the whole thing involving ContraPoints. And, well, you probably think I'm going to say something like this. Yeah, no, we are not gonna say that. So apparently she said some things on Twitter about woke, quote unquote woke spaces where they ask for pronouns, and she said how the places like these make her feel dysphoric because it makes her feel like she doesn't pass enough to make an assumption that she is female. And it I can understand that to a certain extent, but these places do help everybody essentially, because it does help cisgendered individuals understand the whole thing, and it does help non-binary and non-passing trans individuals, because of the fact that in these cases passing is not really an option, or passing can't be done. The thing is that these were pretty much her own experiences in these spaces, and these were experiences centered only to her, and that's all. The issue comes up when people were assuming that she was attempting to punch down toward non-binary individuals and non-passing individuals, and I'm not sure if she was or wasn't. I don't have a stake in this at all, not really. I do have some experience in these spaces because I took a class last year, and one of the first things our professor did was ask who we were and what our pronouns were. She asked this to everybody, and it felt nice that she actually did that for everybody. Particularly for me, I felt better that she did ask. It's the same thing that when I went to my dorms for the first time, in that they saw I gave them my name, and I was presenting a certain way, and I had my ID, and they saw my name, of which I didn't change the name on it yet, and they immediately asked for my pronouns. Now, this is far better than when I was paying for something with my card, and they saw the name on it and saw I was presenting and just went with my name rather than using a pronoun at all. And that made me feel worse. But yeah, those were my personal experiences with those spaces, and again, with those places where they try to do it but then end up kind of doing it wrong. So that's pretty much my experience with that. But the whole thing here is that the community, or at least a section of the community, went after ContraPoints for voicing her opinion on this, and that's not entirely fair because this is based on her own experiences. But there is something of a problem here, is that when people did go into the tweet and actually reply to her and actually say that what she was saying sort of felt like she was going after non-binary and non-passing individuals, she instead doubled down on those comments, and it just spiraled down and just got worse and worse, to the point you have people like this sort of replying to it and agreeing with her, saying things about non-binary individuals and non-passing individuals, and to the point you have people like Armored Skeptic trying to cash in on this whole thing. Like, it didn't help at all. And as a result of the harassment she did receive, now I'm not talking about the criticism is duly deserved, but the harassment she received essentially bullied her off Twitter and off Patreon for a while, and it's not entirely fair. I think I said in a previous video that we all experience things differently, and it's not fair when somebody gets to talk about it but then gets essentially harassed off something because it doesn't agree with the way you experienced it. I mean, we all do it differently, but I do agree that she shouldn't have said it that way, and when she was called on it, she should have sort of probably apologized and then probably tried to reword it a little bit better so it would be more understandable. But I have heard that she's had said things about non-binary individuals yet, and I don't know anything about that either. Because like I said, I've never really followed her until this point. So I'm trying to figure out everything as it goes. But at the same time, I feel like this is all unnecessary. I mean, there are people out there trying to come after this community trying to come after all of us, trying to destroy us, trying to kill us. And we are here fighting over this. We have actual enemies to be going after. We have actual enemies we need to defend ourselves from. And this is where we're going with this. I feel like we're just, we have now somehow become our worst enemy. We are going after each other. We are at each other's throats for some reason, despite the fact we are all equally looked down on by the people in power. And this is where we're going with this. I'm honestly ashamed. It's something that doesn't make sense to me. You have an entire group of people who are being pushed down by everybody, but then this is how we're going about it. We're attacking each other. We're attacking each other for having different experiences in our gender and our sexuality, and bullying each other off Twitter, off social media. Like, it's absolutely not fair, and it shouldn't be done. Now, I understand, like I said, she said things she shouldn't have said, or at least said it in the way that she shouldn't have said it, and probably should have apologized the second she was called on it, and shouldn't have doubled down. And instead, it did give ammo to a lot of the people I'm talking about who are after us. But this harassment, this didn't help anything. She's by far one of the most popular LGBT YouTubers out there, and now this. This bullshit needs to stop now. Probably nobody's gonna see this video. I have 0 subs at the moment, even though I'm just doing this for fun, but we have bigger problems out here, and going after somebody who made a mistake is not the best way to deal with this. Now, I don't know if it's true, but Natalie, if you are saying negative things about non-binary individuals, you need to stop doing that, because us attacking ourselves is not going to help. People who've been harassing her, you're the same thing. You're not helping. You are making this worse. I don't know much about this, but I think that this whole thing is being misunderstood entirely. But us attacking ourselves, us going after each other, us trying to say other is less valid than the other, that is not helping us. That is making everything worse for us. We are doing the job of the very people who are coming after us for them. Like I said before, we can't be doing that. We can't afford to do that. Alright, that does it for this video. So be sure to check out my other videos, with Prizebox Productions other videos, with our channels Prizebox Gaming and Prizebox Reacts, and check out my main channel linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and stay jamming, everyone.